Welcome to High Oracles Reiki Spiritual Healing Channel. And we are talking about a transfer of spiritual power and a lot of these entities that they have tried to dispatch to the chosen ones. We have been letting them know with our spiritual cleanses, with our Ramadan cleanses, that those spirits have been backfiring on them. It has been returned to sender by these people in the spiritual realm has been warned to stop attacking the chosen one. So these people, these narcissists, are up under divine judgment. They are under divine spiritual wrath and punishment because they just kept on attacking the chosen ones because they are obsessed. So we want to make sure that you're looking at what is going on in your life, that these dispatch entities has been backfiring. It has been returned to sender, and these people have had their power stripped from them. They are under attack. They are under attack from the spirits that they have sent out. When they raise their vibration in anger, when they, try to deceive and manipulate the chosen ones, those spirits have been returned to them. So we want to make sure that you are able to see what's going on in your life, that you're able to gain that power, that spiritual attacks that have been upon you has fallen by the wayside. You have grown in spiritual power, spiritual understanding. You have been getting the downloads. These people are aware that they are under judgment. And so what you want to do is continue to cleanse this type of negative energy. You're not letting up on these narcissists. We got them where we want them at. We got them, where they are afraid. They are afraid of what they have sent out. They are afraid of this punishment. So we want to make sure that we continue, even if you have to go back and do another week, fasting and praying. If you want to do that for, a couple of days, make sure that you're doing that so that this transfer of power, from your lineage, from your bloodline, that power, that negative energy that they have been holding. And let me explain that for a minute, because a lot of you do not understand that a lot of your parents who have been, charged with the leadership of your family, and they have abused their position. They have manipulated the position. A lot of your grandparents that have, had the leadership of their family and abused their position, their power. They have been stripped of rank. They have been stripped of power in the spiritual realm because they have corrupted their position. They have corrupted their wives. A lot of the women who have been charged after the men to lead the family in the right direction, in prayer, in the right direction of making sure that we are eating right, that we are dressing right, that we are serving God in the way that, we are grateful for the gifts that are upon us. And they have decided that, they're going to corrupt their position. They're going to allow the young women and the young men to do what they want to in the household, in the community, in the spiritual realm, upholding some of those narcissists and letting them attack others in the family. So we have this understanding that these people who have corrupted their position, they are under wrath and punishment. They have been stripped of their power. Okay, and I wanted to give you this understanding of what's going on. You're going to feel an increase. You're going to get an increase because some of these people who have corrupted their position, they have been attacking you because of your inheritance. You even if those parents were weak-minded, if those parents were disabled, those people who were their handlers, those people who were the leaders of the family, were supposed to treat them in a just manner, even if they could not rule, as the head or the leadership of the family. And this is where you have been getting the spiritual strife from, the problems with the dysfunctional family, because the people who were the handlers and put in charge of some of these people, put as the head of the family, have decided to use witchcraft, warlocks, secret societies in order to attack and destiny swap with some of us, with some of our families. And they have torn the family apart using, alternative means other than what God would have them do as the leader, as the leadership of the family. So they're under wrath and punishment, and we have been able to, gain and move forward on their energy, regain that energy, regain the energy of our parents, regain the energy of, some of our great grandparents, the knowledge that, they had. We have set them free from this evil entity that was internalizing negative energy throughout the family. That negative energy is being broken down, or it has been broken down in our families, and we have been using the spiritual rituals in order to remove these types of attacks on us, on our children, the generational curses, the lack mentality, the attacks up on our relationships and our finances. And I just wanted to reiterate to you again why a lot of these people have lost the spiritual power is because they have attacked people in the family for inheritance. They have disrespected those people, who could not serve, but they did not treat them well because they were mentally or physically challenged. And they tried to treat some of the chosen ones, like they did their own siblings. And that negative energy has backfired upon them. It has backfired on their children. They are feeding off of each other. They are upset. They're wondering what's happening, what's going on in the families, because they are receiving the wrath and punishment, divine judgment, and being stripped of their power so they can no longer dispatch those higher spirits and attacks upon your life. And every time they try to do so, it is being backfired upon them or those people in their life that they have tried to conspire with, and give those that energy to these people. Use that wealth for a malevolent purpose. So we want to always make sure that we're looking around us, seeing what's going on. A lot of you have been using me to do the investigative work. I've made a lot of discounts for you guys who are in really need of this type of help. So, we can always work something out when you're under this type of attack, when you have, different types of spirits attached to your lineage, your bloodline, and you have destiny swaps and trauma bonds in your family. So you are, getting stronger as the chosen ones. You are receiving these downloads, what is your next move, whether to move away from these people so that they can continue getting that wrath and punishment back, so you can continue to keep gaining in life, gaining the spiritual understanding, the knowledge of what has been going on in your family line in order for you to spiritually grow in these areas. You've had to do the footwork. It has not been easy, and I appreciate all of you who have been, doing your cleanses, getting your downloads, reaching out to me, and calling me on the phone, emailing me, and we make sure that we stay in touch, because these negative entities, this new spiritual power that you have gained It's because you have broken that cycle. You have broken a cycle of the narcissist, a generational curse. This cleanse, this full moon cleanse, this March Ramadan has broken a lot of those curses, because we were going in between 2 months of February and March with our cleanses. So we have been regaining our senses, our powers about what's going on and what has gone on in the past. And we have the understanding, the clarity of what some of our parents have did, what you're seeing in your dreams, what you're seeing in your visions. This is what has really been going on in your family. The destiny swaps, those people that were supposed to be in power, they have been stripped of power. Some of them are your parents, and this is why you have been getting the harsh treatment from those parents. This is why they have not been able to break out of that negative energy, those trauma bonds with those siblings, because it is a malevolent spirit, a trauma bond, something negative that has been sent out from that family members, those family members. And we have been able to break those curses, to break those trauma bonds, and we're able to have clarity and success in breaking the generational curses in our lives. We are the generational curse breakers because God has allowed us to see the information that we needed in order to move forward and break these types of spirits, and, remove these types of spirits, and also backfire, return to sender those types of spirits that have not only been sent out to us in our lives, that they tried to, be energy vampires in our lives, but they've tried to, siphon the energy of our parents their entire life, and they are having to pay back this debt that they have, set up in the spiritual realm. They are under judgment in the spiritual courts, and I hope that you have received this message. So please like, share, and subscribe to me over all of my platforms. You can book your one-on-one life coaching sessions or your video chat sessions. Book your consultations so that I can acclimate a gift to your situation. Donate to my channel. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.